how to create a quick extrude pattern triangular design like this in Photoshop, PC or Mac. First thing to do, go to a fresh document. This one's 400 by 400. And there is a reason for that because I'm going to use an extrude with 200. So I'm going to fill it with a gradient. You could fill it with brush strokes, images, etc. Gradient tool, rainbow gradient, difference and radial. You can of course any combinations of any kind of gradient. And you just apply it a couple of times. You can create a nice colourful design like that. Well, once you've done that, you can now use the filter. Filter and go to stylize and extrude. So select that. Pyramids, I'm going with 200, which is of course half of the 400. Now you could create a document that's 600 by 600 and then go with 200, perfectly reasonable as well. Build up even more blocks, or maybe 800. I'm going with a depth of 1, that's the lowest you can go. Can't go 0.5, etc. Also you can go with random and click OK. Now the result might not be what you want. You can always boost the colour up again or just reapply it. But image, adjustments, and I think vibrance is fine, but also levels pretty good. Just build up something that looks really nice and colourful. So once you've done that, go to edit and define pattern. I want to save it to the patterns presets. So edit and define pattern. Now patterns, there's a limit to the size. So if you go for something like 10,000 by 10, you won't be able to save it. But this one, 400 by 400, click OK. And you can see it stored away here in the patterns. You can find that in the window menu, window and patterns. And what you can do, now go to this other document. Now this one's 1920, but it could be any size. If you go to the patterns, you've got over here, you've got all these patterns. And this is the one I've just created. Simply click and drag. And then you've got your design. Now you can, of course, stop at this point. If that's what you want, you're really happy with that, fine. But what you can also do is you can go here, hold down the Alt Option key and drag again. And that will create a second layer. Of course, you could always duplicate the layer as well. That's another option. But also what you can do is you can then go to the blending mode in the layers and just go down and say difference. And of course, you could use some of the others as well. You can see, of course, now you can't see anything. But what you can do, double click, and then you can drag this. And as you drag it, you can position it anywhere, say there. So you can build up a number of colour combinations. Now, sometimes I just don't get that alignment right. If you don't, you'll end up with some lines in it. Once you're happy with your alignment, click OK. What you can now do is you can create another layer. So again, you could, of course, simply duplicate this one, perfectly reasonable, but you can also go over here and hold down the Alt Option key and drag again, and that will create another layer. But this time, what you can do, you can go here, also remember to set it to difference, and you can see you've got a nice colourful design there as well. But what you can do, double click, you can go here to the scale, and you can set it to 50 or 75 or 25. Say to 50. So 50, and then click OK. Or of course, again, you can move it. If you want to align it again, perfectly reasonable. But I'm just going to go with that. Click OK. And now you can go to Layer and you can flatten image. Now, of course, you could combine it with all these others. They're all exactly the same, 400 by 400. So you could build up very complex, colourful designs in this style. Once you're happy with it, go to Image, Adjustments, maybe go for Levels, and just boost up colours a little bit there. Just change that, the input level, click OK, and also Image, Adjustments and Vibrance. And click OK. And of course, any number of combinations like this can be generated very, very quickly. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you much.